Hello, I'm Darcy Bits. I have a fresh brew for Marble Snap. This is a deck that is mostly a pretty standard deck I've been running for a while. This is a ramp deck with Blob as a high end and arnim-zola. Really nice. It also runs Taskmaster if you can't pull off arnim-zola or it's a safer move. And it runs Null as a weird alternate. Just if your Blob gets killed, you can play your Null, stuff like that. I've definitely had that work well for me in the past. But this new version throws in Heimdall and Spider-Man 2099. This brings the power in your deck down quite a bit in that you're not running like 12 drops, you're running 9 drops. But both of them are still 9s, which is really nice, especially because of the way that if you don't pull off your big combo with Giganto and Blob and Infinite, you can actually scoop under a Shang-Chi, which feels really good if that ends up happening. Point is, Spider-Man 2099, I opened this variant and I went, well, I've always meant to run a 2099 deck, I just never bothered to build one yet. So I played around a bit, and I couldn't find something that felt good, because I'm not a huge fan of Move, it felt too all-in, and this version, this upgraded version of Spider-Man 29 with a high stat block and with Heimdall, actually feels really good. All you need is to play a Spider-Man on 5 and a Heimdall on 9, and you get a lot of power out of that. Through, it's 18 on your side minus whatever you hit on their side. It can be devastating, which is great. It also charges up Null if that ends up happening. It usually doesn't. It's just a very weird deck, and I've been running it in Conquest and having great success. Legion is also one of my favorite tools, especially for Conquest. It gives you so many alternate lines by manipulating the locations. All this comes together into a deck that is really hard for your opponent to actually plan around. You've got Heimdall moving things around, you've got Spider-Man 2099 destroying things, you have Legion messing things up, and all of that doesn't get in the way of this core Blob idea, right? Blob is going to fill their deck with big, high-power things anyway that you don't really plan on playing. These ones fill that role fine. 7, 9, 9, perfectly reasonable, and if you end up drawing them instead, they have this really interesting alternate line that you can use. Or you can mix it in with. I've just been having a great time in Conquest, so I thought, let's actually see how it looks. This is my final gold battle before I get an infinite ticket. Let's see how it goes. Hopefully it goes well after all of that. Every game I'm just like, this is so fun. This is so cool. Opponent snaps right out the gate. We have an okay hand. We have Magic as our form of ramp, which is perfectly reasonable. This deck doesn't run any 1s or 2s. It's just trying to wait until turn 3 and then ramp. Iron Lad is also just a really interesting alternate ramp tool that I think people don't really realize. If Iron Lad hits a Blob, you just get your Blob. If Iron Lad hits an arnim-zola, you just get your arnim-zola. It can be really nice. Or if it's Null, that's fantastic. Lots of cool things that Iron Lad can hit. And there's actually more, because if it hits like Spider-Man 2099, that does some really interesting things that you might otherwise not find available. Westview could mess us up, and I don't care about Hellfire Club, so yeah, let's turn off Westview. I could actually use Legion and Collapsed Mind to lock out some locations if I'm winning. I love Legion. It's such a good piece. It's not like a counter your opponent tech piece. It's just like, this is always useful, and sometimes it's extra useful. Right now, Iron Lad can hit for us Electro, which is not good, Blob, which is good, 5 cards in deck, Null, which is interesting, but probably not great, Heimdall, which is interesting, but not right now. Yeah, I think we still play it, I think. We still play it. We just want to leave space open for a 6-drop on 5. Oh, I don't have Electro, right. I think I'll just play it in Limbo. If it hits Legion, it means we get to triple our Limbos too, which is We played Limbo for a reason. We want to triple our Limbos, but we don't want to accidentally turn it off if we hit Legion. Okay, Heimdall, cool. Heimdall just doesn't do anything, that's fine. We are going to now play Spider-Man over here, I think. We're playing against Destroy, so they actually might want us to blow some other stuff up. It would be nice to be able to hold off on them, but for a mana efficiency standpoint, I think we have to play. Conquest is super fun recently for me. I've been getting into it, the push and pull of, like, scouting, right? Like, my opponent snapped right away, which, fine. But, okay, they have a null. That's awesome for us. Now, if they play an arnim-zola now, they're getting a very small null, which is cool. If I reveal first, if I can, so yeah, actually, if I reveal right now, and I play Heimdall and I move Spider-Man, I kill their null. I don't know if I win from that state. I think I'm better off playing Blob now. And then as long as I stay in control, I can destroy their null later. Okay. Ooh, that's a small... I should have done the math. That is a very small blob. Okay, that's bad. Yeah, we have most of our big stuff in hand. I did not realize. Killmonger, great. Okay. They don't have a lot of power right now. Blob's nice because it's not going to move. So we play Heimdall on the left. That gives us 17 power over here, which is maybe enough, hopefully enough. And then Spider-Man moves to the mid for 18 power mid, minus their null. On the other hand, we could play Heimdall on the right and just hope that's enough. I'm going to go with this. It's only two, well, it's 4 cubes actually. Okay, they played a lot mid. So I think that's the right play. There's the arnim-zola. Yes. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Exactly what we're expecting. I'm actually really surprised they didn't think I was going to go with the Heimdall. Like, oftentimes Heimdall is a big surprise, but we telegraphed with our Iron Lad, so I'm a little bit surprised they fell for that. That's why we wanted to really make sure that we were keeping the initiative, which is a large reason why I played in mid. I was thinking of playing Blob to one of the sides, but I thought it was the best chance of keeping the initiative. Newer Dimension is interesting. Oh, wow, they just keep snapping. I say we keep this hand. Not a big deal. If you're going to snap immediately, sometimes it is actually worth to just retreat if your hand's bad. Like any other game taking a mulligan, but this is fine. Vault, Newer Dimension is great, but we don't have anything small to play there. So it's just helping our opponent and not us. Sakaar is cool. The problem with Sakaar is that it could pull arnim-zola. Everything else is fine. Everything else is fine. Arnim-zola is bad. We could play Magic in Sakaar and turn it off. I think the high roll potential is really high, though. Well, Iron Lad's also a whiff, in that we can just play Iron Lad next turn. We don't have any alternate play anyway. So Blob's change to max out at 15, or when it goes above 15, stop eating, is really cool. I like it a lot because it does feel much fairer. When Blob first came out, it just felt like such a degenerate card. Like, I felt like I had spent my entire Snap career jumping through hoops, and Blob just did it for free. And that felt annoying. But it also is kind of this weird upside, because right now, okay, 831 power, holy crap. But I still have cards in my deck. Like, I still have 2 cards left in my deck. That's kind of awesome. What did I lose? I lost Spider-Man 2099, Electro, Infinite, cool. Now, this is going to be scary. Taskmaster's still in my deck, and we have all the draws we need to do that. If I play Iron Lad, and Taskmaster's not on top, what's the other card in my deck? What is the other card in my deck? Crap. Iron Lad, Null, Legion, Heimdall, arnim-zola, Magic, Blob, Electro. Crap, I have to play something. I think I'm better off passing here, unfortunately. See, I can't arnim-zola Blob, or Null will consume that Blob. And we know that Null is gonna get pretty big.
Enough said, Bub.
Normally that's... Oh, it's Giganto. Giganto, of course. So that means that we know for a fact we're getting Taskmaster. So we can play our Iron Lad now to Taskmaster our Blob. Right, if I played it last turn, then Giganto... It would have done nothing, and I would have lost the opportunity to Taskmaster Blob. This is great for us, assuming they don't have a Shang-Chi. Which, I haven't seen a Shang-Chi, but they might have one. And they're revealing first. But we have 6 and 7 still. So if they have a Shang-Chi, we can just play Null, followed by our own arnim-zola, I guess. As long as we are bigger on board, it doesn't matter that they also have a Null. In fact, we probably want to make sure we get a Null. Because if we don't, we will end up... What? Blob came from Sakaar. I'm an idiot. Oh, no. Oh, no, oh, no. That's real bad. That's real bad. Crap. Okay. If only I could... Maybe I can. After this turn, put a card from each player's hand here. My opponent has 2 cards in hand. They're not gonna... They might null now, but they probably won't. Is this worth the 4 cubes? I'm going for it. So we're gonna play Legion to turn off our own Limbo and hope that we pull something good enough on our 2 Sakaars. It's just very stupid. They do go for the arnim-zola. Okay, they do go for the arnim-zola. That actually wins Blob's location. If we pull a null, we don't win though, do we? Oh, there's no after. Oh, the after doesn't go off. I didn't expect that, actually. Huh. Okay. Sure. I just lose 4 cubes. That's just on me. All right. I did not realize that. It was sort of a pie in the sky idea. I wonder what the best play there was. It was a weird situation. My opponent's null is really messing me up. I wonder if I could have done something with Spider-Man, and Spider-Man got eaten, didn't it? Yeah, never mind. Ooh, nowhere. Okay. We missed our turn 3, which is a problem. Iron Lad doesn't have any good hits right now. Legion could be nice, I guess. Turn 5 move. Maybe we play Spider-Man into that. That sounds kind of fun. Although if I want Magic, I have to play either now or next turn. Magic's a safer play, I think. It's the destroy. You really got to make sure you're destroying as late as possible. That's like when I saw Spider-Man's change, Spider-Man 2099's change, I really was surprised. I thought that it would come down way too late to be relevant, but honestly, I want to be playing Spider-Man 2099 late. It's not doing things is the like if I kill a Wolverine, guess what? They like that. But if I kill like this Venom, that could be amazing. Because my opponent's revealing first, if we both go to the same location, do I? That's a huge Deadpool. I think I just have to retreat, honestly. That is wild. I wonder if this counts. If we go to the same location. Oh, we do. Does it count? Does it count? Yeah! Let's go! Okay, cool. I did not expect that to work. That's so good. That is awesome. All right, what do we have in the deck? We got Null, which I probably need, honestly. I don't think I can afford to have Blob eat that. Okay, so this is the first time this moves to any location destroy. I've never been sure about if it triggers a second time. I think it doesn't, right? The any time meaning once. But I've always been a little bit unsure about that. All right, Iron Lad. Iron Lad could just hit our null. That could be interesting. Let's do that. Let's have Iron Lad hit our null. Yeah, let's go! Oh, I'm sorry. Your null's not as big as my null. The question is arnim-zola actually good here? And I think the answer is no. See, I got a baseline of 6, which is making me stronger. Well, I also have better power in the other locations. At least if you add the 6 to it. I think this wins. I think this wins. I think I should snap, honestly. That's 2 cards. It's their death, right. I keep forgetting with their death. So they're going to win that side. arnim-zola death, yeah. It's huge, but I don't think it's big enough, right? I'm bigger? Yes. Oh, right, they have Deadpool. Holy crap, I forgot about Deadpool. Oh, that feels so good. Oh, that feels so good. This deck is so cool. This deck is so cool. Opponent snapped. Okay. Dream Dimension. I do try to be pretty conservative with my snaps in Conquest. I'm pretty snap happy in the normal ladder, but in Conquest, I want to have that wiggle room to come back, right? It's like the idea of like, wow, I can't lose a single game, or I get kicked out of the Conquest. That's not really true. You can't lose a single whole game, but you can lose rounds, but that's only true if you actually are, taking advantage of situation. Do I have a turn 5 play? I don't have a turn 5 play, but also Dream Dimension's gonna mess me up, isn't it? What can Iron Lad hit that's useful? arnim-zola is in my hand, Null's in my hand, Taskmaster, Blob, Heimdall. It could be a 2099, which could be really cool. It could be an Infinite, which is nothing, a Giganto, which is nothing. Maybe I just play Magic. I'm going to play Iron Lad. I can play Magic next turn. It's not like in the past when you couldn't play Magic because it was 5 cost and Dream Dimension made it cost 6. This is actually fine. Legion. Cool. Okay, sweet. Better for them than me, I think, but still, that's fun. I could still make a Magic location if I want to. I think I will. They're getting much more benefit of Mirror Island than I, especially when I'm turning off with Magic. That's okay. If I was winning, I would 100% Legion right now, but I'm super not. We got a Giganto in hand. There's still an Infinite in our deck, so we could just Blob. Like, we could just do that. I guess the real question is, does our opponent have the chance to null arnim-zola? And they might. I'm not sure. I guess another question is, do they want to? Like, are they going to stick their heels in? There's the null. Okay. Okay, so if they arnim-zola, they're getting 16 in 2 locations, but they're losing Limbo. All I have to do is play my own null. What other lines do they have? Or I can't actually do it there. Oh, if I play this here, that does nothing. I have to play it here and hope they arnim-zola. That is such a risk. Wow. If they don't arnim-zola here, what other cards do they have? They have 4 cards in hand. Venom. They might just Venom. Yeah, Venom would be a good play for them. If they Venom... If they arnim-zola, this loses. If they Venom, this wins. Do I have any safer plays? I mean, you could just, like, Taskmaster and get yourself a 21 power somewhere. If they arnim-zola, we get 16 here, 16 here, which means I lose this anyway. I'm gonna null in this spot and hope that they Venom. That's the arnim-zola. Yeah, alright. I should have played in mid. That's so frustrating. Yeah, yeah. We know that they like the arnim-zola, but I figured they'd think that I'd play around it. Also, who knows what they had, right? Like, there's 2 cards in their deck still. They might not have had Venom. Venom would have been really good, because it would have made their null bigger while securing themselves Mirror Island over here on the right. And so the null was the right play in that situation. That's frustrating. All right. We're not out of it yet. Oh, round 5, high stakes. Can't lose one from here on, but I only need to win 2. I can do that. Can't retreat, though. Out of retreat room. I just have to win. Deadpool. Oh, if Deadpool goes off. Turn 1 Deadpools are so huge sometimes. Although they got like a 20 power Deadpool that one game and I won anyway, so. We have a good hand, though. We haven't had like actual Electro ramp for a really long time. And Electro ramp will really limit our opponent's options. Like, we were facilitating. I guess they had X-23. That's probably how they've been ramping. I didn't really think much about it. Destroy what's losing? Yeah, sweet. They're gonna have a hard time having just that hit them. Oh well, I guess they got the Deadpool, but they can't get under my 2. So. Okay, end of layer, sure. Hall is good. I think we just play our 2099 over here. Double. So they're gonna Venom here. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then they're gonna have a second Venom. That's pretty gross. Okay. My deck doesn't have much in it right now. So I think I lose this. I don't think I can come back from this. They have a 16 power, 1 drop, and another Venom. Yeah. Okay, 16 power is not the worst, but it could be a lot better. Okay. They have 6 power. We know they can throw down a 16 for 3 power. And, oh, do they have a... No, they don't have X-23. It would be on board if they did. Okay. They can throw down a 16 for 3 and a 16 for 1. So they just play those at each location. They still have 2 energy left over, but whatever. I can't really do anything about that. What's in my deck? I have nothing in my deck. Okay. If arnim-zola was last, I could have... Can they beat this middle? Or will they? Will they bother? Will they tie it up? They could beat this. If they do, though, I could play this over here. I think this is my best play. I mean, I gotta play to my outs here. Okay. Are they doing... Wolverine jumps. Come on, Wolverine.
Set, bub.
Oh! Wow! They won a 1 in 3 there. Wow, that's brutal. That is absolutely brutal. Crushing. Just crushing. Wow. I hate how unceremoniously they drop you back here. There's no like conquest failed, or like just finished conquest at 5 games or 3 wins or 2 wins or whatever. Like, give me some fanfare. Dang. Dang, dang, dang. All right, let's start over. Okay. We have just been unceremoniously kicked from the Gold Conquest ladder. We almost got that infinite ticket and didn't make it. So it's time to start at the bottom. Let's see how far we can get before I need to go to sleep. Tinker's Workshop's not useful to us. Well, actually it will be. It's turn 2. So we can get an early Electro down. The thing with an early Electro is that it's not really that relevant for us. Like, what am I going to do with 4 energy on turn 3? My deck's not really built for that, because it doesn't happen, usually. There's some stuff you can do with that. Autolon. After turn 3, shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 3 cards. I do not like that. I am turning off Autolon. As much as my hand is not great, especially with rocks in my deck, it is bad. So turning that off immediately. Cloning Bats can be really fun, because Blob can go down there, and then after it's absorbed everything, you can just play it again. It's great. I think I'll play Spider-Man mid to the side. I'm saying mid as if, like, that's where it's going to move, right? I should snap. I forgot about, like, this is, the courtesy here is to snap and go for 8 cubes. It's the beginning of the cycle. Cool, this is great. I'm going to get so many blobs. So many blobs. Blob, at least a 20. Okay, I mean, okay, not at least a 20, but it's not going to be, it's not going to not make it to Big Boy Town. What's fun is that now I can actually, oh, Infinite's still here, okay. What's in my deck still? Right, of course, Infinite. Infinite's the, oh, wow, there's still things in my deck. What don't we have? Taskmaster has been picked up. Arnim-Zola's in my hand. Electro. Have we seen Heimdall? We have seen Heimdall. I don't know who's in my deck still. Oh well. I'm not gonna not do this. Are you kidding me? Rawr! It was Iron Lad. Yeah. Anyone other than Iron Lad? Oh, rocks. Right, of course. Sorry, did you want like to Taskmaster me or something, or what was your plan? Not Taskmaster. I misspoke. Is this better? It shifts power in a way that's probably better. Or I could just play Blob. This is funnier. Maximum Blob. Oh well. Rawr. Shang-Chi? Alright. That's fine. That's what I got the other blobs for. Cool. Sweet. Alright. So we know the plan for their deck. Kind of. I mean, Thor. I didn't see any of the normal pieces. And we know that they have Shang-Chi. Scouting, that's a wild Shang-Chi. Scouting the Shang-Chi is super important. It's usually good to like be cautious. But this is recruit phase. It's, I think, generally just good form to bet 8 cubes and then retreat when you lose, right? Like, I wouldn't bother sticking in and trying to eke out the rest of the cubes. If I had lost, I would just leave and say, GG, have fun, and I would, you know, I'd go on to the next. I'd just re-queue, right? Which is why I recruit tier kind of sucks for that reason. I kind of like it though, like it not because it's good, but because it means that silver doesn't have that problem, if that makes sense. I will snap though. If they're really trying to like eke out my cubes, they're gonna have to commit. I think they might have left, honestly. I think they might have been like, well, screw this, and left, but not actually conceded. So, I might just be stuck here. I'm glad I snapped. Because if I hadn't snapped, the game auto-retreats you. So, I would have only won one cube, and I would have had to gone through all this again. Yeah, there it goes. Great. Yeah, good thing I snapped. That would have been annoying. Alright. Cool. Hey, Spider-Man. Sweet. 15 medals. I should spend my medals in gold more often. That seems like a really decent thing to spend it on. It's the last day. At the time of recording, this is the last day before rollover. It's a Monday. I believe that's how that works. That the season's gonna end tomorrow, so that's what I'm doing this for. I don't actually expect to hit infinite. I just was really having a lot of fun with this deck, and I felt like sharing it. This video is gonna kind of suck though. Like, I'm not editing this probably. It's just gonna be raw footage. But hey, if you're watching this, hi. And if you're my girlfriend watching this, extra hi. I feel like I should be narrating this more. This is a really bad opening hand, except for the fact that it means that there's very few misses in our blob pool. We already have blob, that's nice. We already have arnim-zola, that's nice. But we have no ramp. Without ramp, we can't actually do anything with our blob and our arnim-zola. But that's okay. Iron Lad doesn't even really work as ramp. You can play... Oh, okay, we have magic. We have magic. That's fine. What do we want? I guess we play mid. I don't really have any thoughts about this. It's kind of whatever. Wasp, sure. That turns into... Infinite. Whoa! That was awesome! Nice. That was rad. I really enjoyed that. Alright, what can Iron Lad hit? Iron Lad can hit Null, which is funny but not really useful. Heimdall, which is irrelevant. Actually, probably bad, in fact. I think I pass. Yeah, I think Heimdall being bad is actually a problem. There's no high rolls like Blob or Spider-Man 2099. Null's a high roll, but there's the Heimdall. There we go. Now Heimdall's not in the pool anymore, but no one's dying, so I don't think it's relevant that we might hit Null. I think instead we just play the Spider-Man to mid and see if it can snipe Infinite. If it can't snipe Infinite, then we lose anyway, so it's kind of whatever, but it'd be pretty fun. Odds are bad. We'd have to win a... Yeah. Odds are bad. But wouldn't it be funny if we did? There's the Null. Okay. Odds are changing. Infinite's still in the deck. I think we play our own Blob at this point. And then we just arnim-zola, honestly. It's a really good pool for Blob. And if we hit Infinite first, they're at 20. If we hit Giganto first, they're at 34. Like, the biggest they can possibly get. There's one other card. It's Electro. So if they hit Giganto and Electro, they max out at 16. Which is not as big as Infinite. So either we need to hit Infinite first, Infinite second. Yeah. Yeah. Infinite first or Infinite second. Those are our only options that are good for us. Ooh, that's fun. That's a big Beta Ray Bill. And I get Thor too, I guess. I'm not that impressed by Thor, honestly. What does Wasp become? Zabu. That's funny. 21 is fine. That is the 16. That is the bad play. We got Infinite in hand. Unfortunately, we just lose this, don't we? Their murder world's too big. Unless we Heimdall. Heimdall would be funny, but not actually that strong. Like, if you think Heimdall's gonna win, I'm better off just playing Taskmaster, I think. No, Taskmaster's not big enough because you won't have Atlantis buff anymore. Oh yeah, that's true. I just lose this. Let's retreat. Yeah. That's what that button's there for. Use it. It's important. Conquest is good if you, like, really take advantage of the mechanics. Alright, we didn't learn if they have a Shang-Chi. They don't look like they do. Like, we saw a lot of their deck through Lockjaw, so there's a very good chance that they don't have one. Which does make me feel a little safe. I like that. I was playing a really good match recently with Yondu, and I kept hitting my opponent's Shang-Chi. So I was just like, oh, sweet, I don't have to play around Shang-Chi anymore. Sweet. It was great. It was so good. Or I'd hit their null while I also had a null, and so I broke that mirror match. It's really nice. Sinister London's interesting. You can throw down an Electro, and that will mean on turn 4 I can go straight to 6, which means I can blob on 6, which isn't always useful, but in this case I think it is, because it just... Well, because of the change of blob, hitting it as soon as you can is not necessarily actually that good. But I do like to be able to get this stuff down as fast as possible. So, Electro, maybe the other Electro hits... Normally you just play Electro in the Murder World, and that would be great, but I don't actually care about playing more than one card in a turn, so I don't need to kill my own Electro. That's, like, the point. Cool. Now, my opponent's revealing first. If they have something like a magic, then that's bad for me, but I don't think they do. I should snap. This is, like, really strong. Again, unless they have a Shang-Chi. The Bifrost also is nice in that Blob... So, it's so easy to forget that Blob can't be moved, but I don't think that's just weird fluff. Like, it's legitimately good. Because now I can throw them into mid, or... If Blob hits mid, I don't stack all this power on Sinister London, right? It stays separated. It's really, really good. Now, these guys are going to continue to grow, so I probably just lose the location, unfortunately, but... What is my best play here? Is it Legion? Because if I Legion right now... I mean, it's probably just going down here and hoping they can't get too big before the game ends. Honestly. Yeah, that's probably it. I'm not going to get fancy with it. Okay. They did just draw all of their hammers. So these people are going to get huge. Oh, maybe I play Heimdall, actually. My blobs will stay still, but I'll get to move 20 power mid, 20 power to the side. All of their power is going to Sinister London. That's the problem with their deck right now, is that everything is going to Sinister London. So, like... I mean, unless they, like, Lockjaw or something. That's fine. That's great. Stormbreaker. Yeah. Stormbreaker. See, I couldn't compete with that. Boom. You gotta know your opponent's deck. Oh, that felt beautiful. That felt great. That was, I'm still feeling a little sour about losing that gold, but Whatever. This is good. This is some good stuff. Wow, there's so many different lines of this deck. I really like this deck. I'm so pleased with it. Because most of my decks are just kind of like, they do one thing as hard as they can, and they either hit or they don't, right? They're just feast or famine. But I feel like this deck just has so much flexibility. So, for opening hand, we've got our Electro and Magic. I think we throw Electro into Tarnax 4 and see what it turns into. Gamma Lab is better for them than me. Do I need to turn that off? I don't think I do. I think that's fine. They get a 12. I can deal with a 12. 12s aren't that big. Is that going to be their Wasp? It's probably a Wasp, right? I feel like they're going to run out of space. Yeah, okay. Gamma Lab would have also been a fine way of ditching our Electro. Ooh, that's fun. Probably not relevant. They're more of an on-reveal deck, and obviously they see it coming at this point. Huh. Tarnax 5 is actually really nice for us. It just, like, messes everybody up. Maybe I play Legion. Maybe I just, like, completely ruin their game plan. That ruins your game plan, too. I guess that's true. I think that's okay, though. I don't think I mind that. Okay. That energy is big. Funny. And then Jubilee. Interesting. Oh, they do have a Shang-Chi. Oh, wow, okay. I had no idea. I fully thought they didn't have a Shang-Chi this game. That is wild to me. What a great play. I'm snapping on this. I think I now just start playing, like, big hitters and hope they turn into stuff that's cool. Honestly, extra Negasonics can really shut down my opponent's board. Extra Valkyries can turn off that Hulk. This is going great. As much as this is kind of just turned into a weird, like... As much as this has turned into, like, a weird... What's that one place called? The District X? It still feels like it's my game. Like, I'm in control of this. Like, I feel like I have the advantage here. If I really wanted to, I could have even turned off one of the Tarnaxes with magic. I'm not gonna do that, but, like, I could. I wish it was easier to tell if you snapped or not. Just put, like, a little symbol next to it, you know? This just shows that somebody snapped, but, like, was it me? I don't know. Alright, Thor's gonna draw them some cards. And they already have a Thor on the field, so they are gonna be able to get the benefit of those when they play them. Red Skull. Wow. Oh, yeah, let's go! That's so good. That's so funny. Oh, what? Okay. All right, what's in our deck? We have 3 cards in our deck. What can Iron Lad hit? Heimdall would be probably bad for us. I think I just play a 6 and hope it's good enough. I think that's all I do here. Yeah. So funny. Tarnax 4, what a location. Wild. Alright, they got this from Jubilee. Dang. Jubilee could have won them this game. Ah, Valkyrie high roll. Wild. Do you think they left? Did they leave? Did I disconnect? Ugh. Alright. Alright, cool. I mean, they might just be thinking. Honestly, I've had longer turns than this. Okay, yeah, they're just thinking. They're just thinking. Spectrum does nothing. Cool. Oh, sweet. Viper, nice. And then Mjolnir does buff their Thor, which is cool. But what's funny is that they don't have anything good, right? Like, all their zeros are turning into yellow jackets, which is actively bad for them, which is pretty funny. That's wild. That's so good. I love Legion. Legion's so nice. It's such a wild card. Oh, alright. Let's at least get a golden ticket, alright? Let's at least get a golden ticket. Getting myself back to where I started. But I don't think I can keep going longer than that tonight. This has been later than I intended. I was hoping to win that gold and just end the stream there, but what you gonna do? Why would you have that as your portrait? If this is an actual portrait and doesn't need to be 3D, why does it have a line here? Why? Like, why wouldn't they fix that? Make the pixels actually, like, operate like pixels. That's the problem. Honestly, the pixels are bad, don't get me wrong. But one of the big problems with pixels... Oh, Echo. Oh, hello. Sometimes my problem with Conquest is I forget that my opponent is a different opponent between games. Goose sucks. That is awful for me. I might just leave. I can't... I mean, I can beat it technically, but wow, that's bad. Okay, Jean Grey isn't the worst, but I think yeah, I'm probably retreating. If they snap, I retreat. Also, probably on turn 6, I'm retreating. This is really bad for me. Heimdall could maybe give me some options. Do I want to turn off Sinister London? Maybe? Interesting. Spiderman 2099 also looks really nice. Let's go with Legion. Let's go with Legion. It's a more reliable. Okay, Sebastian Shaw. They do get 2 of them before it gets turned off. That's so funny, playing Goose into Jean Grey. Like, I can't even play other things anyway. Yeah. Oh, don't forget about Echo. It wasn't ongoing, okay. So, I did get the Heimdall, which is cool. I also got the Blob. Blob means I could play here, and then Heimdall everything else to mid, but that's only 9. Dang, I kind of wish I had the Spider-Man 99 instead. Alternatively, we can, like, arnim-zola or something. Do I play to my outs here is the real question. What are your outs? What are my outs? I feel like I could play to, you know, I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna retreat. I could maybe win that, but I'd be risking a lot on what arnim-zola hits, and it's just like, it's not worth it for 1 cube, right? Like, it's just, yeah, it's not worth it. I have more to lose than to win there, I think. I haven't even fully scouted their deck yet, and they know very little about my deck. They didn't learn much. I do know that they're a really bad opponent for me. Like, this might just be a hard counter to my deck. Like, I don't know if I can win it at all. It's a really, really scary deck. But we got some maneuverability. The Sinister London was the biggest problem, honestly. Jean Grey kind of did completely ruin me. Castle Blackstone, okay. Do I turn off Castle Blackstone? I think I have to. I think I have to turn off Castle Blackstone. Because they're just getting too much energy from it. And as much as I want energy, I can get it from Electro. I can't get it, like... I can do that next turn. I can do that on 4. Playing 5s a turn early is not what this deck cares about. It's playing 6s a turn early, so... This is fine, I think. Although you can Electro on 3 and then pass 4 and play Infinite, which is sometimes fun. I don't do that very often, but you can. Okay, they don't have any of their counters early. I'm a little bit surprised. Okay, Cosmo and Echo. Echo's fine. Actually, if I play Blob. After your opponent plays an ongoing card, remove its abilities. It would still get its on reveal, I think. The on reveal ability would be gone, but it wouldn't, like... Yeah, okay. Huh. I think I just play this over here. I think it's just a safer play. I'm not going to risk it. Because the on reveal... Ooh, that's a beautiful Brute. Wow. Wow, that's beautiful. Cool. I will then Taskmaster, which is not an ongoing. Yeah, this is actually good for me. I might snap on this if they let me. That is a big Sebastian. I kind of forgot about that. And they might have a Shang-Chi still. I don't know. So we don't really want to move mid. We could arnim-zola or Heimdall to move our power mid, but we don't really want that. I think our best play is just Giganto, right? If they have a Shang-Chi, though, we just lose. So I think we don't snap. We take the 4 cubes, and we learn something. Silver Surfer. Okay. Is that big enough? Oh, it's big enough on Kunlun. Well done. Honestly, didn't see that coming. I should have. I knew they had a Silver Surfer. I always forget about Silver Surfer. It's just like not a card that's on my radar. I never build with it. I hardly ever see it. Yeah. Okay. Silver Surfer deck. Good to be aware of. Did I have a winning play there? I don't know. Okay. We can once again get a double Electro for early 6-drops. That's really cool. We don't really have a great 6-drop, but we might draw into one. Bar Sinister. That is an interesting location. Huh. You know, if I played Electro in Echo, or in Bar Sinister, I would have got 4 of them, but I think only the first one would land. It would get its energy. Echo would remove its ability, including its on reveal, and then there'd be 3 more. I think that's correct. And so I wouldn't have the downside because it would be removed from all of them, but I wouldn't get the upside from the other 3. I think that's right. I'm really tempted to Bar Sinister my Legion. I don't think that they can win from that. Like, okay, they just left. Interesting. I guess they want to keep their lead. The Bar Sinister idea was really wild, though. Like, I would win the Bar Sinister probably. Maybe not. Like, it's a lot of power, but they could beat it. But then there's the other 2, and that means they have to, like, in one card beat my power, and they probably just can't do that. My hand sucks. This is a bad hand. It's got a big boy that we want in the deck. It's got no ramp. Well, Null's not bad just because it gets it out of the deck. But you can see, watching these, that Null is, like, such a weird backup release valve. I think the deck really needs it, but it is a dead card like 80% of games. And maybe that's not worth it. If you build this deck, feel free to swap them out for something. It is certainly the most, like, volatile card, I guess. Can't be destroyed is maybe a problem for me. Am I more interested in Iron Lad? What does Iron Lad hit? Honestly, Iron Lad wants to hit the Blob. That's its best hit, and it doesn't have that. I think we just Magic here. Get rid of Wakanda. Also, we have Kunlun. We could maybe move stuff into that. Okay, Goose. Interesting. That is probably just bad for us, actually. Yeah. Interesting, interesting. We can move Magic out, but we can't really move anything else in. Yeah. It's 4, 5, 6, yeah. Okay. probably just lose this. That's arnim-zola. Oh, arnim-zola is interesting. Huh. If we arnim-zola Iron Lad, we get 2 more Iron Lads. Both of them can arnim-zola something. I think we just play Giganto. I love it when this happens. I don't think this is the right play, but it's such a... Oh, we won't get it, though, because of Cosmo. Yeah, I was going to say that we could... So if we arnim-zola here, this arnim-zola goes blap blap. That's not big enough in Mirror Island. We lose Mirror Island. This arnim-zola does not hit Giganto. So that happens. This arnim-zola then hits Magic, which is not anything. So, yeah, that's just bad. If we didn't have... Giganto was just the wrong play there, and I didn't see it coming. Do I retreat? If I play... I think I do. Yeah, I retreat. I can't win this. 2 cubes is... I can come back from 3 cubes. I can come back from 3 cubes. This is an intense one, though. This is a cool deck. I don't like it, but it is... It's like someone said, I'm just going to put in a bunch of hate cards and hope that ruins a deck's game plan enough that I win. And honestly, I've thought about doing that before. I haven't built that deck, but especially in Conquest, I think it has potential. That is something. Okay. I mean, I could always Spider-Man, Heimdall, and that's something, I guess. Let's put it over here. It gives me more options, I guess. Do you want to miss Marvel middle? Or do you expect the Heimdall to come out? I expect Heimdall to come out, so maybe I don't want to miss Marvel middle. Oh. Huh. That's interesting. Maybe I do. If I Bishop on 3, and I miss Marvel on 4, and then I Spider-Man on 5, and then I Heimdall on 6. Bishop and Spider-Man move over here for Craven. They might hit the Ninja, which is bad, but whatever. Miss Marvel moves here, buffing this one, and then Heimdall's also here. That's not much power mid, but it might be enough. Or I could play Bishop over here and have him move mid. That's probably best. Yeah, let's do that. No duplicates. Okay. I could also just, like, turn off Bar with No Name, you know, and just, like, scoop it. Or they might go for Bar with No Name because they don't realize what I'm going to do. Weird game. Weird game. Man, it's a weird deck. Legion. Okay. Huh. Can I win from here? Wow, that was a choice. If I Heimdall, I win Bar with No Name on the right. But they're just going to do nothing. They're just going to pass this turn, I assume. I could also maybe arnim-zola something. Huh. Arnim-zola over here. They're still winning with the ninja. If my ninja moves over here, though, I still lose. Yeah. I don't think there's a winning play here. Yeah, alright, I retreat. Dang, that timer. It would have been really interesting if Heimdall had an answer there, but I don't think it did. Right? There's no way they were going to play any power. Like, why would they? Dang. Bishop play. Wow. Or Legion. Like, up the Triskelion. That's wild. That's why Legion's so good. You could pull off stupid things like that. Dang. I wish I had done that. Echo, cool. It feels really bad form to still be in, but the nice thing is that even when you're at 1 cube, you can win 2 cubes. So it's only a few games actually to win this. You're telling me there's a chance. Is this my final silver? This is like for the gold, right? Let's see if this works the way I think it does. Sebastian Shaw, that's pretty good. Get my plus energy. Echo removes my ongoing. Okay, so not like the first time, just in general, ever. Okay. Do I have anything good in my deck? 5 cards in my deck. Not really. I guess I'll just play Necrotia mid. Just tempo. Goose. Okay. Goose is annoying, but fine. Oh! Oh, that's actually very good. Okay, cool. I like that a lot. That gives us a different line. We don't have Heimdall, but still. If we had Limbo in play, we could do a weird line I've never actually tried, which would be Spider-Man over here, Arnim-Zola, and then Heimdall to push them back again. I just always thought that'd be funny, but I've never tried it. Oh wait, we have the energy though. We'll just play Lechiguaya. Yeah, okay. If my opponent plays Jean Grey and Necrotia, then oh, the rocks. Very clever. I was thinking, it doesn't matter about Jean Grey. It's not possible, but the rocks make it possible. But Electro's turned off! Yes! Yes, we still do it! Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's so funny. They realized. They realized. Why did they leave, though? Like, it didn't cost them anything to stay in. We were already at max. That's funny. That's so good, though. They probably actually thought, hey, B, I'm recording. They actually probably thought that the rock saved me from the Jean Grey, but it actually was kind of the inverse in a weird way. Because I wouldn't have had to play there anyway. Because I wouldn't have had a rock. Am I wrong about how that works? I think that's how it works. Oh, this is going to be intense. I have to win 4 more games without losing one. I don't think I can do this. But I'm gonna try. Bar Sinister. I really liked the Legion Bar Sinister play that one time. I don't know if it was actually good or not, but it was funny. Re-Electro, that gives us way more energy than Relevant. Do we Shuri's Lab? I don't think we Shuri's Lab. I think we want to keep Shuri's Lab open for, like, weird shenanigans. Because we could, like, skip turn 4, Infinite on 5, and then arnim-zola or Infinite. Like, that's such a huge play. We could just do that. Now, they have Goose. There's a very good chance they play Goose into Shuri's Lab, and I just get absolutely smoked. But, yeah. Ooh, Angela, not bad. That's a pretty good roll-off expansion. I think as funny as that option would have been, I think I don't know. Do I pass on the and play Infinite? I think I don't, because of the way that I'm probably going to get locked out. Do I actually do this? I get 4 Spider-Man 2099s. if I get my Heimdall, I can then like completely just win X Mansion, but I probably lose everywhere else, right? In fact, I might not even be able to like win Shuri's Lab because again, I think they're gonna goose it. Giganto. Screw it, let's go for it. Screw it. That's Cosmo. Okay, that's just as bad. So that's cool. That still dodges what I sort of was expecting from that. Huh. Okay. I think I'd just play Giganto right now. Because Giganto is just going to be big. They're just going to be at 28 in Shuri's Lab. Sebastian Shaw's a 7. Ooh, that's a huge Sebastian. And they goosed mid. Oh, they goosed mid. Yeah, I lose. I don't have any, Well, do I lose? We assume they can win Bar Sinister, but maybe they can't. They don't have a lot of big stuff in their deck. They're gonna Silver Surfer and Bar Sinister, aren't they? That actually doesn't help them. Huh. Iron Lad doesn't go off, but it will double and give me 12 power. Which is enough to win Shuri's Lab. If they can't win Bar Sinister, I win this. It's a really risky play. Yes, it's Silver Surfer. They went with Silver Surfer. Which wins them Shuri's Lab. Okay, yeah. If I could have won X Mansion, but I just didn't have anything I could play. Goose really goozled me. Dang. Dang. Honestly, probably for the best. It would have been really hard to win 4 straight games anyway. Yeah. GG. Alright, well, once again, unceremoniously defeated. And by that I mean they just kick you out to the conquest screen. Give me a cool animation of losing. I don't know, don't rub it in my face, but like... Well, don't show me an animation of me losing. Give me an animation of how far I came. I'm always like, how many games was that? And the answer was I won 1 silver because it's only 2 to win. So that was the second one. I guess that's not that big a deal. Anyway, I don't know if that was a great showing of this deck, but it's a very cool deck. I do hope you check it out. It is fun. It's so weird. Have a good night. I've been Darcy Bits. I'll see you next time.